order. Roll call and approval of proxies.
Please actually say here or
Here.
I or whatever else. I'm just gonna rattle it off, save you guys 2 minutes. So, Alarape, Archer, Cancer,
Here.
you guys
Here.
do on Ellis,
Here.
Fernandez, Hewitt, Gibbons, Call, Kessinger, Lander, Dumas, Lockwood, McCallum,
Here.
Paulson,
Here.
Quigley, Russ,
Here.
Seaton,
Here.
James, Weed,
Here.
and Ruler, but we have a quorum. More enthusiasm next time.
All right, moving on to approval of the agenda. A couple changes. We've moved some unfinished business to the right section for new business. Any other changes to the agenda? Okay, see none. Agenda is approved. And with consent, moving on to approval of minutes. A couple changes on the minutes from last week. I had the numbers wrong for the resolutions, so that's been corrected, not only on this week's agenda, but on minutes from last week. Any other issues with last week's minutes? Okay, see none. These are approved unanimous consent. Moving on to open court, yes, Cornhole Club. Alex Smythe. Sorry, you have the floor.
All right, so me and 4 others are starting Cornhole Club. Overview of the club. You can see.
Yeah, you're all good.
A group of people that collectively share the hobby of playing cornhole competitively. Everyone is welcome regardless of experience or skill level, as long as they are a member of SJSMT. Meetings will be held at 7:30. I'm an engineer. Meetings will be held at 7:30 every evening at Fraser Court. Informational meetings will be held separately from game time. Yes. The main goal is to enjoy playing cornhole and to hang out with friends. We're trying to help everyone get better at their own pace, giving everyone the opportunity to play against others with similar skill levels, providing a healthy, inclusive environment for others to enjoy cornhole, and it gives students the time and space to take a break from the busyness of college and enjoy a shared hobby. The events, we have weekly meetings held in the Fraser Court. This will be ideally when we play cornhole with each other. Informational meetings can be held separately with the time and place being decided beforehand. We also might try and host inter-club tournaments and possibly charity tournaments for new members. So, this is the students interested. It's heavily freshmen, but that's because there's 4 of us freshmen starting the club. A couple of you have already joined. That's one of the 3 seniors. You're a senior, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So, yep, that's everyone interested kind of. Questions?
Are you guys gonna try to get your own equipment, or is it gonna be personal?
So right now, I've talked to the intramural leagues and all the boards they have we can use, but we are trying to be our self-sufficient club per se. So we would.
Anyway.
What was the thought process behind naming it Cornhole Club and not Bags Club?
Well, I think it's Vegas because I'm from Minnesota. But it's called the American Cornhole League, so I kind of can't call it Vegas then. So,
Whatever you want.
Would you consider changing the name?
we thought about saying the Cornhole Vegas Club.
That would be my
but
That would
it just doesn't roll off as well.
It doesn't.
Any other questions for Cornhole Club? Cornhole Bag Club.
Yes.
Seeing none, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to unfinished business. Resolution 23S004, Comic Book Club.
Marshall Schweik, resolution 23S004. I read this last week, so I will not be retaking
questions for Senator Kessler? Senator Russ?
Motion to vote.
Second by
Second.
Senator Paul. Okay, roll call vote.
Okay, Alarape.
Aye.
Archer.
Aye.
Cantz.
Aye.
Dominguez.
Aye.
Dumont.
Aye.
Else.
Aye.
Fernandez.
Aye.
Hewitt.
Here, yeah.
Jones.
Aye.
Paul.
Aye.
Kessinger. Aye. Leonard.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Lockwood.
Aye.
McCollum.
Aye.
Paulson.
Aye.
Quigley.
Aye.
Russ.
Aye.
Seekman.
Aye.
Twing.
Aye.
Wee.
Aye.
Van Ruler.
Aye.
With.
Aye.
Passes.
Resolution passes. Moving on to resolution 23S005, Kai-Sai.
I read this one last week as well. I will not be reading it again.
Any questions for Senator Kessler? Question vote. Made by Senator Archer. Okay.
Alarape.
Roll call vote.
Aye.
Archer. Aye. Cantz.
Aye.
Dominguez. Dumont.
Aye.
Else.
Aye.
Fernandez.
Aye.
Hewitt.
Aye.
Jones.
Aye.
Paul.
Aye.
Kessinger. Aye. Leonard.
Aye.
Lewis.
Aye.
Lockwood.
Aye.
McCollum.
Aye.
Paulson.
Aye.
Quigley.
Aye.
Russ.
Aye.
Seekman.
Aye.
Twing.
Aye.
Wee.
Aye.
Van Ruler.
Aye.
With.
Aye.
Passes.
Resolution passes. Moving on to new business, starting with resolution 23S006, Cornhole Club.
Marshall Schleich, Resolution 23S006, originated on the 15th February 2023. Right now, presented on the 15th February 2023, originated by the Constitution Committee, presented by Senator Kessinger himself. Whereas an adequate interest has been expressed by students wishing to form an organization, Cornhole Club, and whereas there are currently no organizations that overlap this interest, and whereas a constitution has been constructed and reviewed for said club, and therefore be it resolved by a majority vote of the student senate by signature of the student association president that the constitution for Cornhole Club be approved, allowing for formal recognition.
Questions for Senator Kessler? Senator Leonard?
I'm not totally familiar with how the process works, but if they want funding for next year, do we need to approve them today?
They already missed the deadline for it, as well as like for their first, they can get initial work funding this next fall, so that'd be $750 for kind of startup funds. And they can request that. I'd recommend it in the fall, so that the money won't roll over to next year.
Okay.
Any other questions for Senator Kessler? Seeing none, we'll see that next week. Moving on to new business, resolution 23S007, CFO appointment. Marshall Schleich, resolution number 23S007, originated on the 15th of February 2023, originated by President Marshall and Vice President Schleich, presented by President Marshall. Whereas the office of Chief Financial Officer is vacant, and whereas it is written in the Student Association Constitution that the Chief Financial Officer must be nominated by the President and approved by 2/3 majority vote of the Senate, and noting this appointment will open up a vacant position within the Senate. Therefore, be resolved by 2/3 majority vote of Student Senate, signature of Student Association President, that Senator Armand Leonard be appointed as Chief Financial Officer of the Student Senate.
Any questions? Senator Alarape.
Just to be clear, so Senator Keyeson's not with us anymore?
Aaron Keyson has resigned for the position.
Okay, I just did not know that, thank you.
Senator Russ.
Motion to suspend the rules.
Seconded by Senator McCollum. All in favor of suspend the rules, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, opposed, same sign. Okay, it passes. Senator McCollum.
Motion to vote.
Is there a question?
Oh,
Do you have a question?
Okay. So, motion by
Motion
McCollum,
to
sorry,
vote.
and then seconded by Fernandez. We'll go to roll call. Alarape.
Aye.
Archer.
Aye.
Cantz.
Aye.
Dominguez.
Aye.
Dumont.
Aye.
Else.
Aye.
Fernandez.
Aye.
Hewitt.
Aye.
Jones.
Aye.
Call.
Aye.
Kessinger.
Aye.
Leonard. Lewis.
Aye.
Lockwood.
Aye.
McCallum.
Aye.
Paulson.
Aye.
Quigley.
Aye.
Russ.
Aye.
Seekman.
Aye.
Swain.
Aye.
Weed.
Aye.
Vanderwood.
Aye.
With. Passes.
A reminder, if you please come to the front. Raise your right hand and repeat the following.
No, it's like still go hard.
As a member of the Student Association Senate of the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology,
As a member of the Student Association Senate of South Dakota School of Science and Technology,
I state your name,
I, Ron Reiner,
do hereby affirm
do hereby affirm
to uphold the office of Chief Financial Officer,
to uphold the office of Chief Financial Officer,
to abide by the Student Association Constitution,
to abide by the Student Association Constitution,
and to represent the Student Association to the best of my ability.
and to represent the Student Association to the best of my ability.
All right, moving on to open discussion. Any open discussion for today? Turn with.
Last week I brought up the thing about vital source accounts and keeping your textbooks after you graduate. You wouldn't necessarily lose it, but if you forget your password, it's on your school email, so you would lose it in that case. So I don't know if we want to have some sort of communication with graduating seniors, but you can really easily just switch the email on your account to a personal one and save it, and then it's forever on that email, so.
There we go.
I saw something about like they don't want to maintain like the authorization or stuff related to like what was it, D2L and stuff like that. That's why they don't want to keep us with our own emails, correct?
That's not what I'm exactly.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm just talking about textbook, like the Vital Source account that you have textbooks on. And a lot of students own their textbooks, but their account is through their school email, so if they like lose the password and want to
Okay.
access their textbooks, they wouldn't be able to after their school email gets deactivated.
So this wasn't regarding keeping our emails after.
No.
I would suggest if we could get a PSA sent out to the senior class email server right away, and then possibly move it into the future, making sure that all that information is included with the first day access email sent out, and maybe, get something set, so upon, approaching graduation, sent out every year, it might be a good choice. That means we have the fall folks, they only have 6 months from them, right? Our May folks have 6 months from May with their emails. Would one of the senior senators be able to get something out about that?
I mean, I can draft the email, how to send that.
Okay.
When I started just.
Okay. Any other discussion on vital source bookshelf issue? See none. Any other open discussion for today? Sarah Seaman?
Back on the issue of the Cerbec piano, I did speak to some people, and they suggested that perhaps they have a suggested quiet hours for the piano as a possible solution. Just want to throw that out there, as we know we discussed possible solutions for that.
Senator Paulson?
I've learned that some people are using this as like almost like a practice.
You speak up, I didn't hear that.
I heard that like some people kind of use it as like practice, like they're just trying to learn certain parts of things. They don't really know how to play the piano, and I'm like, that would be considerably more annoying than just someone who knows how to play the piano. So maybe we need to have a skill level, like novice is not allowed, or like you must be like. That's what I'm saying, like for it to be less annoying. That's all I'm gonna say.
You have to pass your examinations. By Dr.
I think people would generally know if they know how to play the piano well or not.
Yeah, same thing what Royal said. Someone I talked to said that they enjoy the piano when like a few songs are being played on it throughout the entire song, but that they have heard some people like play the same verse like 3 times trying to get it right and then like move on to the rest of the song, and that gets a bit annoying when trying to study.
Can we just put a sign up that says, please be respectful of students studying here and, only play good music? Along those lines. Something, yeah.
Sarah Seaman?
perhaps we could direct students who want to practice to the music center to rent out ones that the rooms there that have pianos in them, because you can book those for nothing just on the music center website.
Would we be able to get something drafted for, aside for music inspectional, and aside for information on how to book practice rooms?
Sure, and I did read the minutes, so I have it on my note tomorrow to pull the Survey committee together, so maybe we can talk a little bit more. Yeah, whatever we do, I don't want it to come back and bite us in the butt, or coming to sound like what to do. So I just want to make sure that we think through it as a committee and make people bring our decisions.
So taking all this feedback,
Yeah.
just taking all this feedback, just leave it to survey committee to get something, some sort of signage worked out, and see if that helps the situation. Any other discussion on the survey piano? See none, any other open discussion for today? All right, see none, moving on to CFO report.
Hi, everybody. So thank you for your vote of confidence. I think Finance Committee, I just want to, until the end of the semester here, I think Finance Committee as a whole, we're all going to be a big old team trying to get everything done. Our first thing we got up is SOAP, which Pat's taking kind of a lead role on, so thank you, Pat. And then after that, our focus is going to shift to GAF and to revisions to the SOAP Constitution to line up with our plan for GAF and future years. We've been working the numbers between GAF committee and Cody and Sam and Dr. Spindle. I don't think they're ready to present yet, but in the coming meetings we'll have a good plan on how we're going to sustainably move forward with the SOAP budget and with GAF in general.
Questions for CFO Leonard? Okay, seeing none, moving on to DP report.
First of all, congratulations to CFO. We'll say how about Lanyard or something like that. Now we have equal opportunities to mess each other's names up. So awesome. That happened to the Citizens Award last year. My name was butchered pretty badly, so we're on good terms. That's okay. We like each other. But to kind of piggyback off of CFO Leonard's comments about Gap Back, that's been the main thing that we've been trying to take care of as of late. We initially thought, hey, we could kind of cover the whole SOAP fiasco by asking for a GAF rate increase, $400,000 to cover SOAP, and then $100,000 to cover Survey utilities, kind of what the director had laid out. Turns out that would increase GAF rates by about $8 or so bucks per credit hour, so that's just kind of a no-go. But after meeting with Dr. Spindle today, it sounds like we should be able to take the CPI, or the adjusted inflation rate, without going through any hoops or anything to ask the student body, of 2.4%, which would allocate roughly $74,000-ish if it's approved by the Board of Regents, which kind of in that same vein, the South Dakota budget was just approved today, about $2.3 billion. More than likely that includes a tuition and fee freeze, once again, which can be great for students, but at the same time bad for GAP increase. So the next couple of weeks, or actually the next 12 days, to be exact, this needs to be done by the 27th, will be used to petition members of the Board of Regents to kind of hear out the students and see why we need a GAP increase, because that $73,000 could go a very long way in helping kind of balance the GAP budget, which I have a preliminary version of right here. So yeah, SOAP is pretty much fixed. We'll have a good chunk of that covered by GAF. Some of it will have to come out of a reserve, but it's a lot better situation than we were in a couple months ago. So I guess another thing related to stances we've taken in the past, House Bill 1116B, so an amended version of it passed the House. That had to do with using university funds for drag. Now it's just state agencies, and there's really no enforcement mechanism behind it. So take that as you will. Kind of took the teeth out of the bill. 1125 died in committee. That was just one ban and drag altogether for the most part. And some of the things too, Senator Whiff, Senate Bill 108 passed the Senate 18 to 17 yesterday, so by the skin of its teeth. So that's the one that includes taste and spit for alcohol for, say, like brewing classes here on campus. I besides that, I'll be gone next week. So thank you to Senator Call for taking my spot next week in advance. So that's that report.
Any questions for Vice President Schley?
That's what I said.
Seeing none, moving on to my report. Yeah, so just again touch on one more detail for that potential 2.4% gap increase. That worked out to about $1.17. So nothing too crazy. In all actuality, as much as I would love to go back and request an increase based on the CFI for each year since our last gap fee was last updated, which was FY19 at the current $48.45. I'd love to do that. Probably not going to fly, but I think this is manageable. I think this is something we can accomplish. The finance office is fully behind us trying to push this. They're going to be giving us all the data that we need to get this done in 12 days. Still going to be a lot of hard work on GAFAC as well as the finance committee, but I think we can pull this off and get ourselves in even a better financial position. Outside of that, part of the naming committee today. Some good gift. Can I disclose that? I mean, we approved them. A couple different rooms being named over in one in the new MI building. The Y Center is being named. An avionics lab is being named, as well as the Ascent Innovation Center is being named. So these are all being sponsored. I'm not going to say those names now because I'm pretty sure there's bigger announcements for that, but it's looking really good. It's looking really good. Other than that, I think, yeah, that was all the excitement for the week. I have to get someone else appointed for GAFAC, so there's going to be a resolution coming through next week for that, as well as another senior senator appointment. So if anyone has any seniors that are interested in filling in for a month and a half, send them my way, please. And a report. Any questions? Okay. Seeing none, moving on to international report.
The Cultural Expo Committee is formed. It's going to be a 2-day event from 30th March and April 1st. 30th March is just for schools, and April 1st is going to be for food and entertainment. It's going to be in the suburb.
Okay. Any questions for Senator Fernandez? Okay, see none, moving on to veteran report.
No report.
Okay, any questions for Senator Quigley? See none, moving on to graduate report.
No report.
Okay, any questions for Senator Kessler? See none, moving on to non-trad report.
Nothing to report.
Okay, any questions for Senator Kans? See none, moving on to committee reports, starting with Constitution.
I thought we were done with clubs, but Trap Shooting Club has submitted their thing. So
President Rankin is certified.
yeah. So So probably expect that in 2 weeks. That would be my expectation on that. I think this weekend, if anybody wants to have input on constitution changes, we're meeting Sunday. Everybody should come. I won't be able to be there, but everybody who has an interest should go. The more the merrier.
Who all's interested in going and buying pizza again? Raise your hand. It's probably gonna be around start around what? Noon? Yeah, we're gonna start around noon and probably go till whenever we feel hungry out of it.
This also includes like strategic plan stuff, so pick and choose which one you want to help with if you're interested. So.
Raise your hands up if you use. Should
Well done.
Oh, I got literally you. But I think we got Russ, Archer, LRFA with Schley, Lewis, Lanier, Chris. Anyone else? Okay, I will reach out about what toppings for pizza. So, thank you guys. Any questions for Senator Kessler? Okay, see none. Moving on to public relations.
I have extra polos. I heard some of them don't fit very well, so if you want to trade yours out, I have 2 mediums and 2 larges. End of report.
Any questions for Senator Ellison? Senator Ellison.
If we may have forgot to buy our polo until today, do you still have ours?
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you.
Can I call dibs on a medium?
Sure.
Any other questions for Senator Ellison? Senator Lockwood?
Can I trade a $20 bill and just get a $10?
Yes.
Any other questions?
Can I pay you my weight's worth of salt?
No.
Okay. See no other questions. Moving on to governmental relations. Okay. Any questions for Senator Green? Seeing none. Moving on to student affairs.
Spirit Friday, this Friday, there's a sign-up sheet in the current meetings folder. So if you guys could sign up, that'd be great. We're changing our games, so I'll send out, to those of you that sign up, I'll send out an email kind of explaining what we're gonna do, so. There's that, and then open forum on the 7th. Yes.
Topics are the voting or what are the?
It's running for student senate, yeah.
Any questions for Senator Paul? See none. Moving on to campus and ad hoc committees.
I have a GR thing that I forgot to say.
Oh, okay.
You should run for president and encourage your friends to run for president.
Ditto. Okay. Any questions for Senator?
Not a question, but it's for at home.
Okay.
If you sign up to sit at the wellness fair table tomorrow, make sure you show up. That was all. You should have gotten an email actually with the time that you're supposed to be there, so. Come at that time.
All right. Any other campus or ad hoc committees? Campus or ad hoc committees?
No.
All right, seeing none, moving on to announcements.
We're on 13 days for Christmas.
So on March 8th, after the Senate meeting at 7 p.m., SPS will be hosting its annual pie eating contest right here in Carroll, right after the meeting, so you should sign up. It'll be fun, you'll get a free pie out of it, you just have to eat it really quickly.
What type of pie is it?
Of your choice, I think last year we had like vanilla, chocolate, pistachio. There's gonna be keto fresh.
How is your knowledge?
We'll definitely be there, as he was last year. And the news will be here to kind of report on it, take videos and stuff. And then it'll be postponed to actually air until actual Pi Day, spring break, so that's why it's not happening on Pi Day. But yeah, you should definitely sign up. I can send out a sign up sheet later if you'd like, because it's a lot of fun and free pie. So,
Any other announcements? CFO Leonard? Senator?
It's probably the same thing, whoever you call first.
Senator Rest.
Oh, I was just gonna say, the SOAP presentation deadlines, in case anybody missed the email Sam sent out yesterday. They were originally tomorrow, so Thursday at 5 p.m., but they're moved to Friday at 5 p.m. So if anybody asks, they have to have their presentations for Saturday submitted by Friday.
Senator Leonard?
Actually, I didn't think about that. No, that's good. So this may or may not be happening. A campus-wide email will be sent out. If Corey will agree to, I haven't asked him yet if it is approved. But ASME, the American Society of Mechanical Engineers, and Pi Tau Sigma, which is the ME Honor Society, may be co-running a like Engineering Week Design Challenge, which is basically going to be an egg drop challenge, but there's going to be a target on the ground so many feet out, and your points for how well you do are going to be how close you are to the target and how well your egg survives. And that competition will be next Friday at like 5 p.m. If it does go through, we're just making sure, we'll know by the end of tonight. We will be providing supplies as well as you can provide your own supplies, and I just encourage you guys to participate in that if that happens. It shouldn't be time intensive and it should be kind of fun.
Any other announcements? I will actually add one real quick. With the NEMA house races, there's still room for more people to come compete. I'd still love to put together a Senate team if I had 3 or 4 people, but you down for it? I'm down for it. I'll run 2 of them. I'll be dog tired.
When is it? When is it?
So it's 25th this month. It's out in Nemo, South Dakota. I could give rides. Are you down for it too? Okay, anyone else interested in that? I'll reach out to you guys. Awesome, I appreciate it. Any other announcements? Emotions?
Motion adjourned.
Right. All those in favor of adjourning signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign.
Oh, but you can't.